My beautiful stars, reading time. All right, I wanted to do a channeled message from your person, but I'm being called to get tarot first, so I just want to see what you guys are going through, main collective. All right. Okay, so Four of Coins in reverse, Four of Wands, Five of Wands. Okay, so you could be going through a little bit of conflict. You could be married to this person, or maybe there's a few financial struggles that you're facing. I think you're trying to approach life and whatever this situation is, especially with this Five of Wands, is less is more. You're trying to not let it stress you out. You're trying to not fixate. But I do think this collective, you're starting to reevaluate a lot of things in your life, especially when it comes to commitment, okay? I just want one more for this Four of Wands, because I feel this person is in your life, but you guys are just... Okay. So I actually feel this collective, this person... I don't think they're out of your life. I just think you're facing a bit of conflict, okay? This person's presenting a little bit inflexible, maybe a little bit undisciplined, a bit out of control emotionally. Maybe you guys are just constantly hitting a brick wall when it comes to your communication. You could really feel like when you are facing certain disagreements with this person, it's just on that forever roundabout and you're really not feeling heard. And we say that Five of Wands, there's so many people trying to get their point across that they're not solving anything. It's like they just think they all know the answers. And I always say when you're in the middle of some form of disagreement or ignition of emotion, it's the last time you want to try and solve it, because when you're in that flame, when you're in that trigger, this person has their truth, you have your truth. It's just the last time you, especially if you know that you're dealing with someone a little bit inflexible or a little bit dominant, you just want to make sure that emotion is simmered down and come and readdress it when you're both in a state of compromise. But the trick with that is to make sure you come back and address it. You're not just sweeping it under the rug, because otherwise that same grievance is going to constantly come up in your life, okay? I do think, especially with this Four of Coins in reverse as your first card, I don't know if maybe you're aware of this, but maybe you're a little bit tied to this connection because of external and financial dependence. Okay, let it be you guys share a home, or you share bills, or, you know, everything in your home, you know, you've accumulated together. I find a lot of people, unfortunately, no matter how much it's affecting their heart space and making their trauma worse, we can stay with people, unfortunately, for external reasons. And it just progressively starts to get more argumentative, more detached over time. Another thing as well, this Emperor in reverse, it's a lot to do with, you know, father issues, maybe, and with this Four of Wands, maybe the community around you both, let it be family and friends. There's strong opinions here on your connection as well. It's kind of reminding me of a collective. You're starting to hit your brink a little bit here, and you always know when a relationship is starting to unfortunately die out, because let's just say, example, and everything that comes to my mind is for a reason. Let's just say you are normally kind of that person, you're quite anxious to please your lover. So when there is some form of disagreement or ignition, you want to make sure that problem is solved. If you can see your argument style, I always say there's the talker, the yeller, the silencer, is starting to change with this person, and you're starting to shut down. There's more silent treatment. There's more stonewalling. It's like your soul, without you even knowing, especially when you have dependence on finances and all that kind of stuff. But when you can see that this person isn't bringing out the same kind of emotion in you, your soul is igniting and telling you that your heart is not as invested as maybe you think that it is. Okay, there's a reason this is coming to my mind. I just think the misunderstandings you constantly have with this person, it's like you're hitting your brink here, okay? And this is coming to my mind as well. Maybe you were someone, especially if you feel that you've just started to discover tarot and you're coming across a lot of more spiritual outlook when it comes to love, and this is kind of the first time in your life you've really been drawn to that kind of stuff. It's like your energy is opening up to a new frequency. There's a reason this is coming to my mind. Yeah, this connection makes you feel inadequate. It could have, you know, and after time, when you're with someone with this personality type, after time it becomes quite belittling. If you're in a connection and unfortunately you're with someone that when there is ignition they put moral evaluation and judgment on your character, your appearance, your attacking you as a person, instead of talking about the source of the issue and trying to find a solution to overcome you know these disagreements, is Five of Wands energy. After time it chips away at your worth. And I always say love is not enough. If you're with someone and you know they chip away at your soul and you've been there for years, this is affecting your worth. It's affecting the way you view love. It's affecting the way you view people. Okay, so the right collective, this has activated your low self-esteem. It activates your vulnerability, and I don't think your vulnerabilities get heard in this connection. But I just feel you're sitting in self-doubt as well on maybe what decisions to do next. I feel the right collective, you feel a little bit stuck in your environment. Yeah, you're paralyzed in fear. So you feel powerlessness. You might feel very isolated. This relationship maybe has made you cut people out of your life. Okay, when we were talking about community here, I do think the community and support around you has been affected because of this connection. You're feeling lonely. You're feeling unseen. There could be a bit of paranoia, especially from what I can see, from one Don't Make It Fit. From what I can see, this connection you're in, you guys clearly have always struggled with your argument style and the way that you communicate. But maybe you can feel more of a shift in this person as well. So your paranoia is there someone else in this person's life? Why are they, you know, it's like you can see a transition. Let it be you think it's a third party, or let it be you think they're getting, you know, influence from family or friends. There's something here that's activating your paranoia, especially, and you might not be aware of this, but if you are dependent on this person financially, or you do not have the funding, the financial structure to stand on your own 2 feet right now, that can be very overwhelming. And so many people stick themselves in a situation that is breaking their soul because of this, because of the fear of losing companionship, especially if you know you have abandonment trauma, codependence issues. It's like some people would rather be a punching bag than stand in their independence, and that is heartbreaking. And from what I can feel here, you've only got one positive card, which is your Four of Wands. So again, you're either married to this person or it's a long-term commitment where you're sharing everything. Okay, pretty much married, right? That's your only positive card. All around this is mess. All around this is stress. All around this is things that is just chipping away at who you truly are. You could have even said or had a moment and thought, I'm losing myself. Like, who am I? It's like you've adapted who you are to suit this person. Okay, so I just think the right collective, you're reevaluating all aspects of your life right now. And unfortunately, like, this is heavy emotion, very heavy. And there's a reason for everything when I sit down in this chair. And I actually wanted to do a channeled message from your person, and I stopped myself. It's like, this collective, I think you need a channeled message for you and your strength. But let's keep going. Okay, Four of Coins in reverse. Yeah, it's stagnation. You could feel like you're, even though I'm seeing this is a card of ghosting. It's a card of disappearance, right? Four of Swords in reverse. Ghosting, feeling restless, burnt out, exhaustion, stagnation, your dormant abilities. And I said before, again, everything I say is for a reason. Maybe this is the first time in your life you've really started to be drawn to your spiritual self, your enlightened self. So again, being drawn to tarot, being drawn to Reiki, being drawn to, meditation, sound wave, whatever it is. There's something about this is smelling like a karmic catalyst. I ain't even gonna lie, that you're attached to. But also what we said before about how I think this collective in the past, you were kind of a lover that is very anxious to please your partner, where I think you yourself, the way you're approaching conflict with this person, you more just start to shut down now. Okay, it's like your brain has started to realize, your subconscious program, I'm not getting hurt anyway, so why am I trying to voice my needs? Okay, you still could have moments of ignition, but more than none, I'm feeling you're just shutting down, and so is this person. All right, Four of Wands, Emperor in reverse. I don't think you feel like you're in control of your life right now, and it's that, yeah, you need an ending. So this could have just ended, but I feel you're still in the midst. You're still in the midst of it. Let it be you've decided to separate, but you're still living together. Or let it be, there's been discussions of breakup, but unfortunately you're still living together. I just feel, or you guys could have, because I feel one of the stresses here is of what comes next and financial structure. So I think for the right collective, even though you're going through an ending here, I think you're just starting this ending. It could just be about to ignite in your life. I don't think this is something that you've been sitting in for a long time. Okay, I'm feeling that this is finding you, and this is happening to clear and purge and transform your life. But do you feel like that right now? I don't think so. Not as I'm reading this. I feel you can't see the metamorphosis taking place. You can't see your energy that's changing right now. But it is happening for a rebirth for you. And can I say something? Just side note, a relationship like this, that's this off balance, and I say this all the time, as hard as it is, when a relationship starts to become this off balance, you cannot bring those scales back to balance in a union. You need separation, and it's a long separation to balance the scales again, to really reflect deep within, is this something that I genuinely want in my life? A relationship like this needs healing, right? Let it be counseling, relationship therapy, individual therapy, whatever it is. You can see the way you guys communicate does not work, okay? And it's affecting you and your trauma. So sometimes it's hard to understand why things are happening, but if you are really someone that has dormant abilities and you're spread your wings in life, you need to trust that this is being guided for a far bigger reason than you can see just yet. Okay, no one deserves to have this kind of energy day in, day out. Okay, and not just for you, but also for this person. Clearly your energies aren't aligning right now. Yeah, it's actually going to create forward movement, especially if this is someone that you envision having back in your life or trying to make it work. The only way you can is moving forward from your argument style, the way you guys communicate. There's effort that needs to be put in to bring this back to balance. And if this person isn't willing to do that, I always say this in collectives. You can't just have one person wanting to fix things, one person wanting to heal. It will never work. That person wanting to heal because you're trying to, you know, work on the way you express, work on your impulsive triggers, work on your reactive soul, work on your rapid changing temperament. And because when you're trying to heal that, it's at the forefront of your mind. You constantly, it's like you're walking on eggshells, not allowing for spontaneous expression because you're like, no, I need to change this. No, this is when this happened. So this, after time, you're walking on eggshells, wearing a mask, because that's what it is. You end up being even more explosive when that button is finally pushed, because subconsciously you're thinking, I'm the only one putting in effort here. Okay. But believe it or not, you do have that chariot by your side, but your highest self as well is saying, especially if there are some financial concerns, you need to be strong right now. You need to be action prone. I'm not saying this to trigger this collective, but I have to say it's coming to my mind. It's so easy for us to sit in a little bit of self-pity and say, I can't afford to do this, or I can't change this, I don't have the whatever it is. But I always say it comes from our decision. It's issues that I'm seeing here. Yes, it's hard. There could be children involved. I get it. But your higher self is saying you need to focus and you need to take action because you can get yourself out of this. But it just, a little bit of change, okay, needs to be taken here. You know, it's chapters like this that can be truly very transformative in our life. If we see it right. Okay, so like I said, I'm on the brink with this one. This could be just starting, or within the next 1 to 2 weeks, you finally start to shift. You finally start to see, you finally start to gain strength, and you start to take the steps to get yourself out of this situation, okay? Or if it has just happened, within the next couple of weeks, there are some things that are going to give you more strength. But again, first we need this chariot energy to come through. I'm going to talk about this. I say it all the time. I talk about our 2-year cycles, right? And we all in this human vessel have our aligned 2-year cycles. So the decisions, the energy, the trauma, the shadow that holds us back in life is constantly illuminated in our life every day through decisions, through the way we speak. It's always illuminated, right? But I always say every 2-year cycle, at the beginning of each cycle, we get a few blessings. So let's just take it to this relationship, right? So you feel like things are getting back together. You think that things are starting to come onto the same page. But if your past 2-year cycle, you know, this was falling to absolute rubbish and you were just trying to make it work because, again, of your trauma. So let's go to, you might have a few abandonment issues, especially if you don't have support around you. And I always say this is one of the biggest causes for separation long term, when you don't have a community around you, family and friends, and you isolate for just one another. It becomes too stressful on the connection long term, right? So let's just say you've had a lot of warning signs in your past cycle. This wasn't serving you. This was starting to belittle you. Your argument style got more and more toxic or volatile, whatever it is. But then you chose to stay because of the financial structure, how long you've been with this person, and you were afraid of starting a new chapter, having to start again, right? So you've missed that cycle because you're not seeing your energy that you need to become self-aware of and start to heal, right? So then your cycles come along and you think, oh, this person's starting to be nice again. They're starting to see me. Maybe, you know, they decided to take you on a weekend or something like that, right? Because your blessings come in, or you got a better job, or whatever the case. But again, if you're not seeing this, and we've all got our individual cycles, clearly this collective, I feel, your cycles that have gone by, this relationship has got progressively worse, worse and worse, and you just have been ignoring the flags because of, unfortunately, your trauma and the external attachment. Now, I always say our cycles get harder and harder when we're not evolving. I've read some people that have been stuck on their karmic loop without awareness for about 20 years. It hasn't hit them yet. So no matter how hard and painful their life has gotten, they've just stayed in the situation because they haven't been willing, unfortunately, subconsciously, to start understanding how what they put out is what they're going to continuously call in. The universe activates us through heavy emotion to awaken us. I always say it's the only way we can start to see. They can't just put a little bit of paper and say, this doesn't serve you, leave. Like, they can't. So what they do is they make us feel it. They activate our trauma. They activate our pain. They activate our heaviness. They're constantly, unfortunately, we start to see through overwhelmed emotion. And this is also why I say people don't understand emotion properly. It's pain, anxiety, stress, grief, anger, resentment that transform us. But our human brain, because at a young age, 3 or 4, we start to build our shadow. At that age when we're feeling these little things of abandonment, codependence, lack of it's the most scariest thing. We scream over not bloody getting a toy at a kid, right? So we're teaching our brain from a young age that those kinds of emotion, anxiety, stress, fear, it's the worst thing in the world, right? But life is meant to teach us that it's not. Life is meant to teach us it's this emotion. When we learn to walk through, we're unstoppable because nothing can hold you back. Unfortunately, this connection, the right collective, you've had flag after flag after flag. This is not serving you. It's breaking your soul to pieces. But you never had the strength, unfortunately, to walk away because of the things bound to your soul. And I always say they will give us flag after flag after flag. When you are someone special that has dormant abilities and you were destined to spread your wings in life, they're unfortunately going to create the tower for you. So let it be you do find out this person, unfortunately, has been, I don't even want to say it, but I just, and I have to, if there's been infidelity or whatever it is, this collective, you've clearly been broken down, but you never had the strength to leave. So I just feel the universe is trying to clear your way, is trying to connect you to the right timeline. So I always say be ahead of your tower. And I think the right collective, you're in a transitional point right now. Either you had the strength to walk away, but you're going back and forth because it's scary. It's scary. I get it. Or unfortunately, I feel this is something that could be entering in the next couple days, couple weeks. But just understand this is something for your higher purpose. It's something that is actually going to change your life in such a magical way. And it might not feel like it in the moment, but you're going to get so much strength from this. No one deserves to be paralyzed in fear day in, day out, be cut off from the world, feel powerless, feel like their esteem is getting chipped away at day after day, completely riddled with self-doubt and weaknesses, not understanding who they are as a person. That is no life to live. Love is the most powerful emotion in this world. And where love can transform us to be our best, it can also transform us into our worst if we're not aligned with the right person. And I'll tell you this right now. I always say this as a reader, we get called to the energy that needs us the most. I never read union connections, never, because I might have done it a couple times, but that's not where people want advice. And it's normally the depth of heartbreak, the long-term separations, the divine community, certain passings you've just gone through. So you clearly are very powerful. You're clearly very powerful if you've aligned to hear this message, okay? I always say this is smelling like a blessing in disguise, and they're the most painful blessings because they come with the utmost pain. Okay, you're going to be okay. There it is. This paralyzed in fear, it's been holding you back from your purpose in life, but it makes you restless, it makes you impulsive, it brings out a version of you I don't think you're proud of. But unfortunately, this connection has made you lack faith in the world around you, and that's heartbreaking. Okay, let's just I just want to get a message from your beautiful spirit team. Okay, what message do they have for you? Ball and chain. Heavy, weighed down, you're codependent right now, you feel trapped, restricted. There could be addictions that have affected this, marriage or long-term commitment, an unhappy marriage, but a lot of emotional baggage. You don't need that emotional baggage anymore. It's time to clear it out. Yes, you're facing some challenges, but you're a bird of truth. And this is going to open a beautiful opportunity for you and reinstall that lack of faith, that lost hope to new hope. Okay, and it's hard with long-term relationships, but and let's go back to that Four of Wands, right? Let's just say you were with this person for 7, 8, 9, 10, however many years, and there wasn't even, because it's coming to my mind, marriage offered here. Like that if you're with someone for that long, and I know everybody's different and some people don't believe in marriage, and that each to their own, but you're with someone for that long and you're not expanding and growing together, and you're getting stuck, it weighs down your soul. And if you were with someone that kept saying, I don't want to marry you, I don't want to marry you, but that was a need and want for you in life, so it's actually something that you did want in life, it shows you never aligned. Okay, there's a reason that came to my mind. I think for some of you, unfortunately, you were more in, yes, living together, whatever the case, but when it came to certain commitments you were really wanting from this person, it's like they were null and voiding your needs. That's not fair on anyone. But 19, the sun will shine again. You could be born on the 19th, or this person, but you're going to get a clear vision, perspective, past, present, future. It's funny, as I'm reading this, I think some of you, it's like you're breathing again. Let it be, this has just happened, and you're starting to feel like, oh my God, whoo, what's my next chapter? But for some of others of you in this, we lost that part. What I was saying, for the people that have transitioned, okay, and you're like, I can breathe again, I said maybe in the comment section, give a little bit of love for the people that think they're not going to be able to breathe again, okay, because I think I've got a bit of two. And then the Archer came out, and this is about, you were about to be on target, but you need to move carefully, you need to move precisely, and this is a card of implementing a strategy and focus in your life. It's also a card of matchmaker. And what I was saying, let's just say this was your karmic catalyst, and this is what really goes wrong in the twin flame community. You guys are destined for a separation because of self-discovery. Now, I always say, when unfortunately you've had a lot of trauma in the heart and you have felt belittled day in and day out, and you might not even realize how much this has affected your heart space, but I can see this collective, you really struggle with worthiness. So if you don't take good time for yourself to really find your space in your heart, to find who you are, remember I was saying I feel the right collective, you feel like a little bit of a lost soul. It's like you're just finding your footing again. The last thing you want to do is be searching for another love, even if it's a serendipitous, because that's how divines come in. You need to focus on you, because without you knowing this kind of broken energy, this is where you guys can fall short to the validation. So the intensity, the 0 to 100, the love bombing. when you've gone through a period that I'm seeing you've gone through, when you find someone that just sees you and promises you the world, I will never hurt you like that person, I'll never do this, you're that, and like, you know, rushing and promising you that marriage. Remember, we had the deviation, I think this right collective, let it be. I just think the words that you were lacking in your past and your needs and wants being met from the past, if you let someone in before you've healed that space and you've really started to center again and you see yourself and you're thriving in independence and you've got your shit together and you can really fall short to the intensity. And this is what happens in the divine community. Unfortunately, majority of you, and this is a collective, I get it, but it's coming to my mind, majority of you, your divine comes in not even a year after a very destructive long-term connection, right? And you're a lost soul. And this is why true divines, you're normally such a short-lived kind of romance, because it's like they dangle everything in front of you and make you feel the way you wish you've felt in past relationships. And it's so intoxicating and it's so easy to get blinded to that. And then long and behold, poof, off they go. They break your heart in the most traumatic way. And this is why true divines, they activate finally the break of your 2-year cycles. They activate the self-awareness. They spiritually awaken you to so much more, because you finally realize in life, I'm sick of getting my heart broken. Is it me? Is it what I'm doing? Why does this keep happening to me? And that true soul discovery and self-reflection starts. So just my advice, long deviation, whatever's coming love-wise for you, as hard as it may be to put yourself first, you need to put yourself first. For the first time in your life, choose you, because, and this is another beauty with cycles, right? So you look back on every relationship you've called in. Has it always been left the same? Has it always progressively started to get worse? Do you always call in the same kind of energy but a different meat suit? Because until you start healing that, even with the divine, it's going to end the exact same way. You need to heal it first. Change the projection. Because otherwise, you're going to be part of that divine community that is in separation. I always say divine separation average about 3.5, 4 years. Get the healing done first. All right. 19th of the 1st could be an important birthday or memory. There it is. So this sudden change, this reckoning, everything you've just gone through, that's what you need to focus on. It's not about finding someone else to fill that void. That void will never be filled. You need to fill your own void first. Sudden, unexpected, okay? And this is also for, like I said before, for some of you, you've just gone through this, but for others of you, I do believe this is something that is approaching, okay? But it's time to release. It's time to liberate yourself. It's time to start choosing you, especially through whatever this shock is. They're ripping off the Band-Aid for you because unfortunately, like we said just before, they gave you sign after sign to rip this Band-Aid off and be ahead of this. But unfortunately, your trauma kept you back to a situation and an environment that was chipping away at your beautiful sparkle day in and day out. I actually think it's a positive reckoning coming. Might not feel like it in the moment. Blessing in disguise. Number 10, completion. So as this is going on, you could be seeing a lot of 999, 555. When those numbers are coming, they're probably the most transformative angel numbers, because yes, they're painful, but they're the ones that either we're ending out a cycle to get a completion, or we're in the midst of a big transformation. Okay, and those 555s, I find they come a lot when we're in the midst of some form of tower, or a tower is approaching. They're preparing us and letting us know whatever this blessing in disguise is, it's transformative. It's going to help you. Okay. So things feel stuck, but it's so you can eventually start grounding yourself the way you were meant to. You know, I always say with my, because your first part, you got your dormant abilities, right? We're all born spiritual beings, but it just means you've been a hidden gem your whole life, and you were meant to get the trauma that you've accumulated from love, from life, from your upbringing. So when this moment activated in your life, because remember, we sign our contract, we choose our life, believe it or not, we choose our vessel, we choose our parents. It was to finally actually make you unstuck. It was to make you start seeing that gem within. It was meant to polishing that beautiful gem through all the pressure and the grievances you're feeling, blood of fire and steel, to turn it into one big, fat, sparkling diamond. It's going to light up the world. Okay. And we say, we come into this world alone, we leave this world alone, we heal alone. Being by yourself is magical, but people have such a fear of it. This is why you guys, when you activate, they isolate you. You get put into spiritual isolation. You're in your magical bubble, because that's the only way to do it properly. But this is going to make you start to become grounded. Okay, doubtful to yourself, not everyone else all the time. It's going to measure you. It's going to put good habits. It's going to duty bound you. I always say, true divines, you start to do some form of mission work for this world. Instead of serving your lover your whole life, or serving the people that take you for granted, that self-sacrificing, beautiful, kind nature goes to the people that need it. So I always say that quality should never be changed. It should just be directed in the right way. You're kind of in that mode. When the student is ready, teacher appears. You will become a master. You're not stuck. You're just transforming. Because you're someone exceptional. I knew it. You're meant to light up this world. You were destined to go through your self-discovery, your magical being. You were destined to finally illuminate that little gem. This is making me emotional. You're going to be okay. But a creative spark is coming in you, and light codes. Number 11. And you could be seeing 1111. Your destiny is unfolding. I feel this, right, collective? You're just starting. This is reminding me of you're just starting, or you're about to just start to see the world, the universe properly for the first time in your life. You're opening to the frequency, the signs, the synchronicities, music. You're going to start hearing and seeing properly. You're going to feel our Creator all around you. I always say healing, we're never alone. It's that unicorn energy. Just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there. When you guys first start to activate, it's like for the first time in your life, you realize the power of energy and that we were never alone, okay? You start to go over your life and life cycles and full circle moments and random people you met, and it's like you just start to understand every puzzle piece has always been put into place since our first breath. This whole world is timed to the millisecond. that we've never been in control of our decisions. Everything's faded. Yes, we make this. I get it. Every time I talk about free will, it bloody triggers people. But my universal truth, everything is faded. Yes, through decisions we can alter our timeline and prolong our timeline. But we all have our timelines written, okay? But you start to realize, if I didn't go to that school, or I didn't meet that person, or I didn't get that job, or I didn't break up with that person and move to that, it's like you start to just realize how everything has always been aligned. You're going to be okay. So right now you're seeing through the eagle energy, the yarn in your life. You don't want this anymore. Complicated circumstances, feeling strung along, feeling like you're stuck in a puzzle that you cannot put together right now, but you will, all those puzzle pieces. You feel tied up. You feel in a conundrum. You feel like things are unraveling in your life, but it's the hassles and problems you don't need anymore. Remember what I said before. Our soul is meant to be happy. And unfortunately, where love can transform us to our greatest, can also transform us to our worst. You're going to find strength. No one deserves a life like this, day in and day out. No one. It's unnecessary stress. It reminds me of getting accustomed to long suffering, just being on a constant loop of unhappiness, being hooked on unhappiness without you even knowing. It's like that's all your poor little soul knows. Sad. Trust in the divine. So this is underneath. This is all happening for a reason, but you need to implement a strategy and you need to have focus right now. And I do think, especially with us deviating about when divines meet each other, I always say you meet each other as twins, but it is sent serendipitously through the divine. But just my advice, I deal with this day in and day out, okay? I would just be focusing on you first. But that is your lesson to learn, and I'll never, if that's something that is destined for you, you'll do it without my advice anyway. But that wouldn't be right if I just didn't give my opinion on that. But the divine's about to enter some very magical things into your life. And you could have a bow and arrow tattoo, like why did I go there as well? It could be there. Okay. So underneath the scythe, finances, and we know this is a stress. Okay, that was a big part of but you're going to be okay. Okay. A true divine journey is to teach us about sovereignty, and I don't know, and there's a reason this is coming to my mind. So go back in life and all those moments you thought everything was crumbling and things weren't going to come together. The loss of job, a loss of home, a loss of love, and it just transforms in that very last second. Every time. This happens to everyone because the universe tries to show you you're always protected. Surrender your fears. Surrender your worries. Surrender your concerns. Okay? Whatever you're stressing about right now, yes, they want you to focus, and yes, they want you to jump on that chariot, but they are saying you're going to be okay. All right? There's clearly an upheaval when it comes to investments, finances, resources, money, income. Yes, but you will be protected. All right? But it's not just about sitting there and feeling sorry for yourself. You do have to start making change, but your change will be rewarded. Okay. So again, you're born to be a boss, a CEO, a coach of some sort, a mentor of some sort. Okay, but you could also, I had that deviation. Yes, you could be a mama bear. You could be a protector, and I understand when you've got children, it's not even stressing about yourself, it's stressing about your children. I get it, but it's just, you are going to be protected, okay? You're just destined for a lot of great things. But again, don't just sit there. Let's start putting some things into place, okay? But finances will come. You are going to find some benefits here. This is going to gain your strength through you feeling stuck. Remember the deviation. You're going to be all right. Okay, 11, illumination. So coffin, through this ending, through this loss, and you might have even actually lost someone through this process as well, a passing, but it's meant to illuminate self-discovery, activate your magic, your soul spark, your light codes, your creative spark, because you're someone exceptional. All the things that are ending in your life did not serve you. It didn't serve you. It was holding you back. It's keeping your gem hidden. Death, loss, inactive, forgotten, discouraged. No, you're going to be alright, but your absent mind. Remember I was saying I feel like I'm talking to a lost soul right now. You're going to realize what this was all for. You're not defeated. This ending, this breakup, this down and out, over and done. Everything's going to illuminate the right way for you. You don't need this anymore. You don't need it. Flick it. Stop focusing on it. Standoff, no way out, non-committal, holding out. But this refusing to compromise, you don't need that. Remember the Emperor in reverse. If they're refusing to compromise, let them be. They don't deserve another ounce of your magic. And they could have put you in competition with someone. Yuck. You don't need that. You don't need that. This poor collective, you can see your self-worth's been affected. And anyone that's watching this, even if this isn't your reading, but you're still watching this, if you have had someone deceive you with infidelity or cheat on you, and you're sitting there waiting for them, instead of focusing on them, start doing some self-healing. Therapy, spiritual therapy, whatever it is. It's about finding you first. If you're craving someone that broke you that way, it's not, it comes from you. And you're not seeing yourself. And this poor collective, you can see what's your first part. You don't know who you truly are. And someone that can do that to you, they don't deserve one of your tears. I always say crying, they're angel tears. People don't know the power of our tears. They're a portal. And they don't deserve one of them. Okay? I just want to get these for you quickly. I want to get you an animal card of who you are right now. This just says, you might feel like you can't let this person go right now, and that's why healing is needed. You're going to be okay. I want to see what animal energy, just after this, you're shining in now, and who you're preparing yourself to be. I'm excited. It just started raining, so I was talking about your angel tears, and when it rains, I say the gods are crying, the heavens are crying. They're crying for you. They're opening a portal for you. That's nice. Oh my god. It's blood of fire and steel. It's in you. Your lion strength. Your magic. You could need some emerald. Or maybe you're wearing emerald. I'm seeing all that as emerald. 24. Small steps, big accomplishments. And I say that all the time about the healing journey. It's going to feel like it's painful, but you'll get there. Small steps of change. You're destined to make big accomplishments. You're about to start your turtles journey. Be excited. Let the past go. Give your past version a funeral. Send her or him off in peace and love and say, you served my life for while I needed you, but now it's time for me to find my next version. But thank you for all the lessons you taught me. Okay, it's time to bury it. You better... The thumb came out and I didn't even have my thumb up. That was a magical sign. Normally when I do that, so because I record on Snapchat, the other day what did I do when love hearts came out? Was it the triangle? I did something and, sorry, I want to see if I can do it because it was so pretty. What did I do? Or maybe that was a magical thing last time as well. I'm just looking like a weirdo. Come on, love hearts. No, and then if you do this, balloons come out. Now that I'm wanting to do it, it doesn't do it. I always say when those, oh, there we go, the balloons. Oh, the love hearts were very cute. I want to see, why aren't they giving us love hearts? I swear that's what I did when the love hearts came out. I can't do these shapes because my nails are too long. Is that a love heart? Okay, I'm going to stop now. That thumb was magical because I didn't have my thumb up. Oh my God, you are. I knew it. Okay, you're getting prepared for a quantum jump. So you're about to connect to your abundant timeline. But everything needs to be removed first. These are painful, okay? The old love, the catalyst, the home, the job, everything, all right? Because it's a fresh start. Just burying the old. Again, you're either in the process of this and this is coming for encouragement, or unfortunately for some of you, this is about to enter, but it's actually fortunate for you because it's going to change your life in a beautiful way. Your abundant timeline, confirmation, abundance. It's going to feel like a whirlwind. It's going to be you're strong. If you were destined for this, and this is why, small steps from childhood or your trauma you've learned without you knowing. You've created blood and fire of steel from birth for this very moment. You were being taught strength, and you might not feel like you're a strong soul right now, but from birth, you were creating that fire within. Okay. Do this. Balloons come out. Now that I'm wanting to do it, it doesn't do it. I always say when those, oh, there we go, the balloons. Oh, the love hearts were very cute. I want to see, why aren't they giving us love hearts? I swear that's what I did when the love hearts came out. I can't do these shapes because my nails are too long. Is that a love heart? Okay, I'm going to stop now. That thumb was magical because I didn't have my thumb up. Oh my God, you are. I knew it. Okay, you're getting prepared for a quantum jump. So you're about to connect to your abundant timeline. But everything needs to be removed first. These are painful, okay? The old love, the catalyst, the home, the job, everything, all right? Because it's a fresh start. Just burying the old. Again, you're either in the process of this and this is coming for encouragement, or unfortunately for some of you, this is about to enter, but it's actually fortunate for you because it's going to change your life in a beautiful way. Your abundant timeline, confirmation, abundance. It's going to feel like a whirlwind. It's going to be you're strong. If you were destined for this, and this is why, small steps from childhood or your trauma you've learned without you knowing. You've created blood and fire of steel from birth for this very moment. You were being taught strength, and you might not feel like you're a strong soul right now, but from birth, you were creating that fire within. Okay. If you were truly destined for this in this lifetime, you were bloody strong, because people that activate to see this universe, we're put in the crazy basket. People think we're schizophrenic, okay? It takes a bloody backbone to have to go through this journey, but you're going to do it, okay? It's all around you. A whirlwind of power. Just saying. better than you could ever have imagined. There's that rebirth. You know, it's that meme. It's that meme. And I'm sure you've been on your knees crying many nights thinking, what is life? What is this for? And the universe has captured every one of your beautiful angel tears, magical portal. But the time has come. And I always say the universe, to grant us the life we need, it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come with a pretty little bow. They push us off the deepest cliff and we feel like we're fallen. But from pushing us off that cliff, we find our wings and we fly to the moon. You've got this. Last one. You'll break free from the mind and the shackles of the belief system. 85% of the population, you're about to be the 5%. That's not conformed to the 10% no more. The world leaders, the educational systems, the things that have kept us bound from such a young age, you're about to break free from the illusion of this world. Magic. Okay. Victory! Crowned! And your service to the world. Your self-sacrificing nature is going to go to the right areas now. It's not going to be to all the people that take advantage. It's going to be to the people that need your kindness, that seek you out for your kindness, that seek you out for your soul. You've always had it in you, but unfortunately you were just an empath. Now you're going to learn to be a healer. I always say, empaths read energy, okay? Sometimes they mistake other people's energy for their own. But a healer, you learn the transition in between, how to transmute, how to alchemize. So this is why you guys go through so much trauma. To transmute and alchemize, you need to resonate with what you're feeling. You need to relive it in your mind. That's how you empathize with it, because you've been through it. And then by transmuting it, alchemizing it, you relay it, you heal it to the people that need it, the people that value it. You're about to be unstoppable. It just takes time. Okay. All right. Like I said, I just want to get you a little magical animal card. Hold on. Okay. So this is you now, and then we're going to see who you're transitioning into. So right now you've got your masked. You're masked, you're hidden. You probably act like everything's... Oh, and this I find as well with bloody true empaths. You always act like you've just got everything together. You act like you can be that. You've got a public persona. You don't like to show your weaknesses. You don't try to... It's like you never ask for help. When you need help, you shut down. You're always there for others, but you don't let others in to help you. It's time to break free from that. It's time to find your internal yin and yang, your balance within. To really break into your authentic blueprint. Remember, there's no one in the world like you. We're all one of a kind. We are all born with a specific blueprint for a reason, and you're about to discover that. And you're about to be proud of that. And you're not going to dim your light for anyone no more. Okay? Just remember, it's okay to not be okay. We explained it before. The emotions you're going through, about to go through, this is what transforms us on a deep level. Okay? True soul discovery. You're about to phoenix. And to phoenix... Remember, you need to get burned, okay? That phoenix doesn't just... That comes from fire. That comes from ashes. That comes from... And this is why I say activation, you're relearning life. Let's say you activate... Now, you're only that old. I say that for people that have activated 5 years ago. You're only 5 years old. You had to burn yourself to a crisp. You had to forget everything you once knew and develop again. Okay, be patient with yourself. Small steps, big accomplishment. And it's funny, I just went to put, it's like no longer that personality. All right. about to start weaving tapestry of magic into the world. You're a gift. You were born to be heard and seen. Okay. Last one. Oh, you got two. Oh my God, I knew it. I knew it. You're born. This is who you're destined to be, the dragon. The one that sees all. You're not just going to go through your serpent awakening. I always, from the Kundalini awakening, the spiritual awakening of the serpents, you find your dragons. You find your dragon blood from thinking life's constantly working against you. Bad luck, life always feeling like it breaks down, meant to create blood of fire and steel. To your luck changing, to luck being on your side. Koi fish, you could have koi fish, or you want to get koi fish, you could have a koi fish tattoo, or a dragon tattoo. Your luck's about to change, but it's going to take time, okay? You need to go through your spider's journey first, all right? But it's all for something far greater than your beautiful mind can see right now. You'll be okay. All right, let's just get you a surrender card from the universe. Oh. Your intuition. Look at you, dragon's eye. You're special. Tune into your inner voice. Beware of any gut feelings. Start trusting them instead of ignoring them. Flashes, knowings, and aha moments that come through to guide you. They're by your side right now. It's nice. Surrender to spirit, because you're never alone. You're finally, your throat's clearing now, because you're going to finally start being honest with yourself. You're going to speak your truth now. Get rid of that hyena energy. The mask you've been wearing over your precious soul your whole life. Tune into your inner voice. Beware of any... Oh, I read that. Once you've done everything you can do to achieve your goals, turn this situation to the divine and let spirit work its magic for you. You lived a hard life for a reason. Now it's time for them to take care of you and guide you. Remember, it was destined. It was destined. You signed this in to your contract. Spirit work its and prayer. Look at these you are never alone. They're literally, you got prayer, surrender to spirit, and you're in the emotion they're igniting in you now. There is no stronger connection than prayer. I always say, in those times of need, go out in nature and just talk to them. It's an instant connection of peace and light. Okay, let it be you pray to God, to the Creator, to universe, to Allah, to whoever it is. Whoever you believe up there is guiding you. Turn to them. You're protected forever and always. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from the heart, you'll be heard throughout the universe. And your answers and support will always arrive. Always, especially through your intuition, your gut instinct. Very beautiful. Buckle up. Prepare for the signs. The synchronicities. You've got this. Oh, that was beautiful. Very magical to read. That was very specific. So I'll be on YouTube a little bit later today. But it's time to start building. It's time to start building those building blocks. Okay. Pyrite. Small steps, big accomplishments. Your life will change. Luck is on your side. Abundance is on your side. Elephants. You could love elephants. Ellie the elephant. Protect yourself. And you are protected, forever protected. But you got my two most rapid moving. You've got big changes, this collective. And if the changes haven't happened just yet, but you can feel them brewing, maybe save this. If you found peace in this reading, save it to come back and watch it when you need a little bit more peace and just serenity in your soul. But you've got the lightning storm, thunderstorm, and the chili pepper. Ancient Egypt. I find people that activate you really get drawn to either Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, Hinduism. Like you get drawn to all of it. You learn from all of it. But Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus, you are protected and luck is forever by your side. Okay? You are an earth angel, a divine being. You are our Creator's child. You are one. He is in, I'm going to say she is in all of us. Full moon, new moon energy. New moon's only a couple days away. World is your oyster. Time to start polishing that diamond. I know that's a pearl, but tree of life. You've been here from the start of time. It's time to break free from this condemnment and the shadow that's kept you bound to life after life after life after life. Time to break free. Self-discovery. And R could be an important initial. Rachel, I just heard Rachel. Okay, dice. So angel numbers you're probably going to start seeing, or birthdays or important dates. 14th of the 5th, 333. 3 definitely could be a portal. Oh, that just went to 17, but that was a 3. 17th of the 3rd, 5th of the 6th, 6th of the 5th, 5 so portal energy. You're going to start seeing a lot of synchronicities. When you guys first activate, you all think angel numbers are just 11 11 2 2 2. Angel numbers go up in the thousands. 145 is an angel number. 15 is an angel. It's not just synchronized, but they're the most noticeable. So right now it's 924. That's an angel number. Or your birthday could be the 24th of the 9th. And if you're into more religion, Bible verses as well, you can look up verses as you see. Oh, when you guys start to activate and start to understand everything is time to the millisecond, every number you start to see, you get a message at a certain time, you look up the number of that meaning at that time. It's like you guys, your mind's just forever. And this is why you present a little bit manic, but just ride the wave, you'll be okay. All right. All right, 17th of the 7th, 717, 18th of the 5th, 10th of the 6th, 18th of the 2nd. But as well, I do say protect yourself as your mind is evolving. Let it be. You need to, don't be afraid to, if it's too much, get medicated, whatever it is. I always say see a healthcare professional, let it be holistic or traditional. Take care of your mind, take care of your body, take care of your soul. Activation can be a very confronting thing, and yeah, there's a reason I'm saying this. Just take care of your health, okay? All right, I love you guys. And like I said, I will be on YouTube today because that ended up being quite specific, but it'll just be later on this afternoon. I might even upload this as well over there. But yeah, I love you guys and I'm sending you so much love and strength as always. Okay.